Hey guys, thanks for coming out to the channel today. So, where have we been? Where have the Petways been? Where has Petway Family Farmstead been? As far as videos go, we may have been putting out some lives, but that we enjoy. We thoroughly enjoy our lives. We thoroughly love our community that joins us. But where have videos been? Where have we been on our video presence? So let's tell you all about that. Tell you where have we been and why haven't we been putting out many videos. All right, so first off, obviously I'm hands-free driving down the road right now. Actually, right now going to meet another YouTube channel, and if I ever get there, we're probably in, I think this is a 55 mile per hour zone. We're going 38. I always get stuck behind these people. Now, my boys will beg to differ with you that I normally am these people, but I don't normally get in a hurry, so I don't get frustrated because I'm behind them. I just happen to be kind of in a hurry. I'm excited about going to meet these guys, the lady and gentleman that I'm going to meet. So, guy in front of me is pulling a closed-in trailer, taking his time like he ought to be. So I just need to and enjoy the beautiful scenery, which is, by the way, kind of why you see me in this side of the camera, and so that you get tired of looking at my face. If maybe you're just laid back in the bed, you just want to listen, you don't necessarily have to watch this video. Maybe you're laid back, maybe you're going down the road and you just want to listen, but if you glance down and you want to watch something more interesting than my ugly mug, maybe you can catch some of the scenery going through the country out here in the background. Where have we been? We've been busy. And I say that almost guilty, because we're not as busy as a lot of people are. We're busy for us. Everybody has their own degrees of busyness, I guess, and their own, and you know, depending on your lifestyle and what you do on a consistent basis, it's how your body and your mind adjust to it. For instance, if you're a two-income family and both of you are working 40, 50 hours a week, or one of you 40, 50 and the other one's 80, 90 hours a week, and you've got young kids in school and this and that, then you learn to adjust to that. And if you're running a homestead and a farmstead and you're still making and editing videos, love you to death. Keep making those videos, and I'm going to keep watching them, because glory be to God, you've got a system figured out. We've been busy based on our lifestyle. As you know, Angela, if you follow the channel, Angela's had a knee replacement lately. She had it actually been a week and 4 days ago now, and this video is Thursday, so almost 2 weeks ago. Now this is Thursday, the 15th or 16th. So that has kept us mighty busy. But Angela had some complications right after the knee surgery. Some of you know, based on a post that I put, we appreciate your prayers, but that has kept us busy over the last couple of weeks, and prior to that, getting her, the house, and the homestead ready for the knee surgery. But let's go back even farther. We haven't put out a lot of content in the last, I'd say, few months. We put out some videos here and there. We've been working hard trying to get our homestead, farmstead back in order. We haven't, for the past year, about a year ago, we gave some land to my son and my daughter-in-law and my grandbabies that you see on almost every one of our videos. Little did we know that late February and March 2020 is when the big C was going to hit and everything was going to change. So late February, March, when the big C hit, well, we were clearing all of our property. Most of our property was woods. Even where we had the animals at, a lot of them were wooded, which is fine. You know, that gives them plenty of shade and plenty of everything. But when we decided to clear out for them, the backside of our property, we cross a creek, and it's very hilly back here. It's a beautiful area, but it's where Angela and I eventually, you know, if we ever decided to downsize, that's where we were going to move to. You know, that's where we were going to put a little cabin and do whatever. We were going to go back here. So very hilly, very trees everywhere, not inhabitable, for lack of better things. No house sites, no anything. So not even overlooking the creek or anything. And so we went back there. We decided to do all the clearing ourselves. My background, I've been in construction and heavy equipment, transportation my entire life. And both my boys, I've done most of the building on our house and our homestead. My boys were helping me the whole way, including the clearing, the grading, the heavy equipment side. So they're very familiar as well, felling trees and everything. So we decided to, we had an agreement with a logging company to, we were going to take all the trees down. We wanted to take them down ourselves with excavator, dozers, whatever, so that we could get the stumps up as we went. So we made an agreement with a logging company that we were going to do all the work for them, including skidding the logs and getting them to a landing that was suitable for them. And they'd bring the trailers in, we'd load the logs. All they had to do was haul them to the mill. The mills are on, quotas. You have to have a ticket to get in there. You have to have this, you have to get that. The average Joe just can't haul into the mills, at least not around here, and not the quantity that we wanted to haul in anyway. So that was our intention. We had the agreement already pre-made before we started. Actually had that company and a backup company. Anyway, back to the logging. I had a backup company lined up as well in case the first one fell through. So long story short, the big C hit. Everybody, the country got shut down. The logging companies were still moving, but with the timber mills and finishing mills shutting down, their quotas got reduced, meaning the amount of logs they could take in to the mills got reduced. Therefore, our stuff fell through. We had all of our logs, we had them all cleared at the time, had them cleared, cut to the set up at the landing, and got notified, sir, we can't take your timber anymore. We probably would have had, I don't even know what the logs were, guesstimated we would have had $6,000 to $7,000 worth of timber. Not a huge amount, but 6,000 to 9,000 is what one person told us. 7 to 9, 6 to 8, somewhere in there. So we called our backup, obviously told us the same thing. So then we contacted a pallet company. We got creative, contacted a couple pallet companies that made pallets. Okay, they could come get it for us. So we cut the logs down to length for them that they needed, special log lengths that they could fit on their sawmills. Their prices were not as good, but at this point we're okay. Let's take what we can take, and get what we can get. That would cut our income down to about $3,500 to $4,000 off the logs. We got them all cut. They hauled a couple loads out. We made about $1,500 off those couple of loads, and then contacted us, said, "Oh, our dimensions have changed. We now need them, instead of 18 feet, they needed them 19 feet." I don't know about you guys, but we can't just take Elmer's glue or wood glue and add a foot back on the end of the log. So, oh well, we're kind of out that money. So all this timber ended up sitting there wasting. We were going to get some people in to do, by this time, this period went on over several months of us trying to get all this done. So that hurt us. That set us way back financially. Mainly David, set David in way back financially, because all of the money that was coming off the entire property was going to develop the homestead, develop the farmstead, pasteurize the whole farmstead, and develop their building lots. So that put everything out the window. Then we had such a rainy winter. I mean, it was torrential rain all winter long. We couldn't get the grading done on David's place. We couldn't get the driveway in across the creek. We couldn't get down one hill and back up the other, and the big pipe in the creek. Couldn't get it filled in and raised up to where we needed it for driveway level. It was just one thing after another, guys. It was crazy. So here, a couple months ago, David and Brooke had saved up enough money, and we had to move everything from our farmstead and homestead. We had to move everything from our farm up to the front of our property, which is only about an acre up in front of our house, acre and a half up in front of our house. Everything got moved. So the front of our place literally looks like the Clampets. I mean, in Beverly Hills, everything looks like it just looks like, a junk pile. I mean, you picture if you've got any land. We don't have a whole lot, but if you've got land, anything, you've got stuff everywhere for your animals and implements and your tractors, and everything got moved to the front. And that's where we try to keep our garden, but it's all up there. So when you look at our videos, when we do make videos, we're trying to be real careful what's in the background, because, man, what are these people gonna think, honey? They see all this junk, good junk, but it was behind barns, behind buildings, stuff like that you may need one day. We don't throw stuff away. We're not hermits if we don't need it. Hermits, that's not the right word, hoarders. If we don't need it, we throw it away. I got a little bit of hoarding in me, but but if it's something farm related and or something that we might need to build projects, stuff like that, well, but when you're clearing and grading, you've got to move all that stuff somewhere or get rid of it. And we're not rich, so if we think we're going to need it, we need to hold on to it. So all of that got moved up to the front of the property, and then all of it, some of it got graded just enough to try to get their place in. Couldn't get it in, so it looks like to clamp it. So we're not putting out a lot of videos because frankly, it's embarrassing how our place looks. Carport got full of stuff. The shop got full of stuff that needed to be under shelter. Anything that had a roof got full of stuff. And still couldn't get his place moved in. Couldn't get our land graded to get the pastures on, but yet all the trees are knocked down and, drug out of the way, but the land's still just raw land. Finally, after the winter is over, it's been, David and them are stuck in our basement now it's been a year has gone by. So finally, come March, April of this year, we finally get their place in. And we talked about that. That was in one of our lives, I believe it was. I'll link that below, where we get their place in. We started doing our lives at their place because they have better service up there. Then David and them had saved up money, so we started renting equipment. David started renting big equipment so that we could try to finish our homestead. And long story short, that's what we've been doing. We've got equipment rented, and when you pay for that, and you rent it by the month, so day in, day out, I've been on it. Whether it's having to get off and cut, and then just day in, day out, we've been on the equipment, trying to get the pastures built, trying to get this done, trying to get that done. So that's taking a toll. We also went through the couple of months where Angela was in the hospital, and then following up with her recovery from that, which was about 3 months total. And then another reason that we haven't put out a lot of content was, a lot of you know that we've been in the process of a rebrand, rebranding our channel. We want to, for various reasons, we're coming up with a new name, new logo, and a rebrand. We've been working on that for too long, as usual. That's kind of the Petway way. We're what do they call it? Perfectionist paralyzation. Don't fall into that, YouTube. Don't get paralyzed by perfection. So we're trying to get everything perfect, get the logo perfect, get this done, get that done, and finally we just said, why? So we didn't want to put videos out because if we said Petway Family Farm, well, let's just wait. We'll hold that video until we put our new one out. We put our new brand out, our new name, our new this, our new that. So we have all these videos we can put out when we do our new stuff. Well, after that, you start holding stuff, and then you say, well, heck, we got so many. We'll just wait and do them when we do our new stuff, and then it doesn't happen. Because we're paralyzed, waiting for perfection, trying to get everything just perfect, just the right time, and this, that, just that. Don't fall into that trap, guys. We've always tried to be ourselves on YouTube. That's the advice we can give you. Be yourselves. We are not perfect people, so why do we get paralyzed by perfection on YouTube? And I'm not saying we are not perfect people as in biblical terms. I'm saying, if you knew us, and those of you that do, we ain't perfect people, nowhere near it. We're not the neatest freaks in the world. We are not the awesomest, you like that word? Planners in the world, speakers in the world. We're just your average, ordinary country homesteading, trying to be self-sustaining, God-fearing, family-loving folks. So don't get paralyzed by perfection because you stick a camera in front of your face, because people are going to stare at you, because that's what's kept us, another thing that's kept us from putting out content lately. So we love you guys. More content here to follow, including now. There should be a video coming out tomorrow, maybe the next day, because I'm en route down to meet some folks that I mentioned earlier and we're very excited about, and that video should be following very soon. So come back and see us real soon. We should have our name change, rebrand coming out video. That video should be coming out real soon, and several others should be following. So trying to get back on that wagon, guys. We love you. Thank you, faithful followers, for sticking with us. And Love you guys. Have a good day. Hey guys, thanks for coming out. Hey guys, if you want to see more from us, please like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell and see what we have going on. We love y'all.